Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ditch Pig Experience. It's a beautiful afternoon here in the Annapolis Valley. It's almost a little too nice. The heat kind of zaps the energy out of you. But anyway, I figured I'd make a quick video about something that honestly it happened about a month ago, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty stoked. We've got a new project here on the Ditch Pig Experience. It's been a very long time since I actually owned a car, probably since 2017, but now I'm the official owner of a 97 Gen 4 Chevy Camaro. It's absolutely filthy right now, but she cleans up pretty good. The paint's not perfect, but what do you expect for a 27-year-old car? I will say the interior in it though is pretty good. Yeah, the only issues in here that I see is the scuff mark on the floor mat. That's not a big deal. This thing here is all messed up. This plus the switch itself, what holds it into that, it's all broken. So it's sometimes you go to roll the window down and the switch falls right in, and it's kind of a pain in the butt, but you just got to tear it back out. So I'll come up with one of those at some point in time, fix that. The seats are in really good shape, which is surprising. I mean, like I say, this car is like 27 years old. Another issues with these Gen 4s is the dash usually gets all cracked up on them. This one doesn't have a single crack in it, so that's pretty amazing. Super stoked about that. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but there's 165,000 kilometers and change on this thing. That's about 100,000 miles for you guys in the States. She comes with a factory tape deck. She's 5-speed. So yeah, that's some of the good stuff about this car. Now for the bad. It's a V6.
What are you talking about?
At least it's a standard though. Yeah, she's just the old 3.8 liter. I guess they're about 200 horse from factory, but I'll be honest, this thing's a friggin' turd. There's nothing on the bottom and nothing on top. It's all mid-range. I drove it in wet pavement one time and it almost spun, so. But that's not that big of a deal. At some point in time over the next while, I'm talking probably in the next year or two, I will LS swap this. And I'm thinking about taking the engine out of the Yukon because I'm scrapping that, and I'll put it in this nice LQ4 with a bit of mileage on it. So another downside to this thing right now is it doesn't run. Pretty recently I was driving it and the fuel pump kicked out on it, so I've got to get that changed, which means I have to drop the tank and yada yada yada. I did order one off of Summit today, so that should be showing up here probably in a week or so. So it's just a matter of draining the absolutely full tank of gas that I put in it, and then yeah, drop the tank. Hopefully that comes out okay, and get everything geared up to drop a new sending unit and fuel pump in it. One of the benefits of that is the gas gauge doesn't work in this. It stays at half all the time. So I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone there. Like I say, this thing's pretty dirty, but these wheels are in really good shape, like new. The tires on it are brand new. 275 40 17s in the back, and it's got some 255s in the front. Some half decent rubber on it. With the V6 in this thing, she's just a straight up turd. Once the LS gets in it, it should be a lot of fun. It should work pretty good with that LQ4 in it. So like I say, I'm pretty excited about this. Great to have a car again. I'm looking forward to working on it and making some improvements to it. Unlike the bike when I bought that, and how I don't really show anything about that on the channel, this I will show stuff on the channel. I'm gonna, like I say, do the LS swap on it, whatever other upgrades, repairs and whatnot. I'll put a video in here of the fuel pump change and all that. It will be more content for the channel, which is great. And when this thing is done and completed and where I want it to be, I would like to do a little bit of drag racing with it, probably show some content about that. I'm super stoked to have this thing out and do some donuts in it and some good burnouts and stuff like that. So that'll make for some good content to watch. I think it'll be a really fun car to drive, like I say, once the LS swap is done. Right now, it's fun to cruise around in it. I mean, it's an old car. It's got like some nostalgia to it. Go cruising down the road, listening to some Def Leppard in the tape deck. So yeah, some of the first steps for this thing is obviously get the fuel pump in it and get it running again. After that, it needs some bushings in the A-arms. I'm just gonna go straight out and buy some tubular stuff, maybe BMR or something. Rear control arms and things like that. Subframe connectors, I'm gonna buy a set of those. When the time comes to do the LS swap, I am gonna buy you have to get a different K-member, so I'm gonna get that. Then we're gonna look into what we're gonna do with the transmission, because from what I understand, T5s won't hold that much power, so probably have to look into doing something about that. And the rear diff too, the 10 bolt that's in it. they don't hold up if you start abusing them real hard. So I'm just getting back into this. Like I say, I haven't had a car for years. We're gonna start learning about these F-bodies, and initially I did want a second or a third gen, but when I saw this one, the shape that it was in, and I really like the look of it. The more I look at it, the more I like it. So we're gonna go with this. This will make a good project car, something that I can pick away at, and it'll either end up turboed or supercharged. Probably turbo first because, you know, cheaper in the long run. The end game would be to have a Whipple sitting on top of that thing, but you guys know what those cost, so that's down the road a long ways. I'd like to see 500 or 600 horsepower to the wheels, and a turbo on an LS, that's going to get you there pretty easily. So all right, you guys, so like I say, that's just a quick video to introduce you to the car, and I hope you guys are as stoked as I am about this project. It's going to be a good time. Really looking forward to getting a V8 in this thing and putting some power down to the ground. All right, you guys, well, thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.